back to another episode of Coach's Car Chronicles. My name is Charles Inferno. I'm the front coach at Nazareth College. We're a small Division III private institution located in Rochester, New York. And as I'm driving to class here this Saturday morning, the first weekend of indoor track and field started. There were some meets that took place last night, Friday evening, and today there's a lot of colleges and universities in Rochester and across the country that are opening their 2015-2016 campaigns. Our throwers this year, we are not competing on the opening weekend. We are off, so our first meets and only meet of the semester is going to be next Thursday, December 10th at our IT, starting at 4 p.m. But what I wanted to talk about now was our first season. Me at the helm as assistant throwing coach at Nazareth College. And as I mentioned in the previous post, my first season was the 2012-2013 campaign. We had two freshmen male throwers, Lewis and Brandon. We had Catherine, freshman female thrower, and Jessica, junior female thrower. And we started out our 12-13 season indoor in competition at Cornell University, one of my favorite places to throw as an athlete and as a coach because of Cornell's a Division I university, so the competition right out the gate is a little bit more competitive than possibly competing in a local meet in Rochester. Not that the competition's any less, but having that Division I feel with, for better or for worse, athletes competing at the Division I level, if not meeting particular standards, from what I've heard, having scholarships taken away or reduced for not meeting certain performance levels. I'm not saying that's at Cornell University, but from what I've heard from other coaches across New York State and across the country, athletes not performing well in that first semester, not being asked to come back, or having partial scholarships taken away, or full scholarships being reduced to half or what have you. But I don't really want to get into that right now. So we opened up at Cornell. Lou Brandon was our only athlete, male athlete competing. Catherine and Jessica competed as well, and we had fairly good performances. Brandon competed well. He didn't quite break the men's shot put school record. Just a hair under 40 feet, I believe. Didn't throw particularly well in the weight. A little bit over 10 meters, not enough to break what was that, the school record. And similarly on the women's side, the performances were good enough to get marks and help us transition to the remainder of the indoor season, which was fairly rewarding for me, to be honest, taking athletes that I'd never thrown before and putting them into a more regimented throwing program as far as lifting and practices were concerned. What we were able to do at our indoor conference meet, the Empire A conference meet, I don't want to say it was nothing short of miraculous, but the level of competition in the 4 years has grown exponentially. Lewis and Brandon both made the finals of the men's weights with throws under 12 meters, so under 40 feet to make the finals back in the 2013 Empire A championships. Lewis actually made standing throw. He threw about 11 meters and change on a standing throw, and we were able to sneak one whole point, 6th place, out of that competition, throwing under 40 feet. This year, as a comparison, that the season has not started yet. Well, the season has started, but we have not competed, and many teams in the Empire 8 Conference haven't competed either. It might take 45 feet, about 13.5 meters, to make the finals this year. So over the course of 4 years, it's grown about 2.5, 3 meters to make the finals in the men's weight throw. The shot put the same thing. First year was only maybe like 11 meters to make the finals of the men's shot. Now to score, really you're looking at 13 meters, 14 meters to secure a really good mark. There's a couple of guys from the other teams, one from Fisher and Utica, all over 50 feet almost every competition. But we managed to score a point, so that was our first throwing points ever on the men's side. So at 1 point in the men's weight throw. And we didn't have anybody qualify for ECACs or nationals. Similarly on the women's side, we didn't have anybody qualify for nationals or anything like that. So as we transition to the outdoor season, we had much higher expectations. Figured that we kind of knew what we were doing. Unfortunately, one of our throwers decided not to continue. So we had Jessica as our only female thrower. We also had Brandon and Lewis as well. So we had 3 throwers. And I think our outdoor season was 10 times fold successful compared to indoor. At our outdoor Empire 8 championships that was hosted at Nazareth, Brandon won the discus. Lewis finished 2nd, so we scored 18 points as a team just in the men's discus, going 1-2, which kind of caught me off guard a little bit. I got a little excited, jumping around and hollering and things like that, because it wasn't expected. And Brandon also scored in the shot put and was named the Empire 8 field competitor of the meet. So scoring 12 points, winning the discus, and a 5th place finish, I believe, in the shot put, finishing scoring 2 points. And Lewis, his 8 points in the discus, making the finals in the hammer, but not scoring, but breaking the hammer record pretty much every competition that we competed in. So as we transition from our Empire 8 Conference Championship to the State Conference Championships up in St. Lawrence, Lewis broke the record again in the men's hammer, finishing 8th and scoring 1 point for the men in the hammer. Jessica broke the school record in the women's hammer, and Brandon breaking the discus and shot put records, and Brandon scoring 8th place in the men's shot put at the state meet. So we went from 1 point in the weight to 24 points at our outdoor EA Conference Championships, to breaking every record we had. Like I said, we broke the shot put record, broke the discus record, and the hammer record. So our first season at Nazareth College was fairly successful, in my opinion. That's all for now. Thank you for watching, everyone, and have a great day.